name's Jodie and welcome back to a new video. So today I'm going to be doing a cozy but spooky weekend readathon. Now, if you haven't seen my last few vlogs, then I will link them down below because this is not the first spooky vlog of this year. I have done a couple vlogs already and I'm really excited for this weekend because I have been loving filming vlogs again and doing all the autumnal spooky things. And I have a few exciting plans this weekend, as well as some exciting reading plans. So I am doing this readathon with my patrons. This is our third weekend in a row doing a weekend readathon together. But I am so excited because when I am filming this, it is Friday the 13th. And Friday the 13th is the spookiest day of the year except for Halloween. So we're gonna have a weekend of spooky things and spooky books, which I'm very excited about. Now, if you have watched my previous vlogs, there is some crossover. Some of the books from those vlogs are going to appear in this one because I want to focus on finishing some books in this vlog because I am in the middle of so many books at the moment, and then I do also have some like additional reads. So let's get into what I'm currently reading and hoping to read a good chunk of or finish during this weekend. So these are three of my current reads. I do also have my Patreon book club pick, which is Bring Me Your Midnight by Rachel Griffin. I don't think I'm going to be picking that up this weekend, but I might do if I feel in the mood for it. So yeah, these are the three that I am potentially going to dip into this weekend. So the first one we have is Twilight. I was reading this during my last weekend readathon. I started it, I got 129 pages in, and then I haven't picked it up since. So I definitely do want to read another 100 pages or so of this book this weekend. I probably am not going to finish it because I do have plans this weekend as well as reading. But this one was put on my autumn TBR with the intention of like just reading bits of it here and there throughout autumn because I haven't read it before and I love the Twilight movies. I can still recall going to see Twilight in the cinemas when I was like, I don't know, I must have been like 11, I think maybe. I can't remember how old I was when it came out, but I remember going with all my friends for another friend's birthday and I just remember being instantly obsessed, and like growing up with Twilight in my teen years was just such a fun thing and it's so nostalgic, and I've always wanted to read this. I love vampires, I love atmospheric small towns, and I am a sucker for the movies. So I did decide to pick this up finally and I am having such a fun time with this book. It is so funny, like making the comparisons between the book and the movie is so fun, seeing what the characters are like in here, because I personally do think that Bella and Edward are very different to the movies in this book, and I'm loving it. I'm just having such a fun time. So I definitely do want to read at least 100 pages of this. If I end up reading more, so be it, but I'm planning to read at least 100 pages and I'm just having such a fun time. So next is one that I'm not very far into, and that is Tales of a Monstrous Heart by Jennifer Delaney. I probably won't read this entire book this weekend because, like I said, I'm not like planning to do that. I just want to like make progress in reads. And this one is a really fun one. It is a gothic fantasy. I think it's either inspired by or just has the same vibes as Jane Eyre. And it has fae in it, it has crumbling library, we have monsters, and our main character is essentially a fae who has to team up with this mage, and this will enable her to graduate this magical school she goes to. And that is kind of like the main kind of premise of this story. And he's like a war hero or something, and he's very elusive, so she's obviously wanting to learn more about him, and I think it's a bit of like a forbidden romance. So I'm really excited to continue reading this. I'm having such a fun time with it at the moment, and it's giving me all those atmospheric vibes and spooky vibes that I want. So I'm definitely hoping to continue with this weekend, but we'll see if I'm in the mood. And then the last continuation is this one. So this is a chunky book, like look how thick this is. This is the Infernal Devices, the complete trilogy, and this is the manga version. Now I've had this on my shelf since it came out and I've been meaning to pick it up. I haven't actually read the Infernal Devices trilogy. Someone's at my door. Okay, I am back. I have my Amazon parcel, but there's also a mystery Amazon parcel, so we'll open that in a minute. But what I was saying was, this is the complete Infernal Devices trilogy in a manga format, and I haven't read the books before. I started the first one but never finished it. I was really enjoying it, I just wasn't in the mood for it at the time, I guess. But this is making me want to read them because I am loving this so much. This is so fun and I'm just loving everything about this. There is occasionally like these colour panels as well as the black and white ones. Now I'm a big fan of manga anyway, like I really enjoy it, and this is just so fun. Like I just love the characters, I love the dynamic, I love Will Harrendale. Oh my god, he has my heart. Like he's just a tortured soul, and he's funny, he's witty, and he's arrogant, and handsome, and I just love him. So yeah, I'm really enjoying like his character, and the one thing I do really like about this so far is that every single character has like so many layers and things under the surface that we just don't know about, and like secrets are being revealed about each character. We're learning things about Jem, about Will, about Tessa, and just lots of things, and I really like it. I like how every character kind of has their own mystery, and we're peeling up the layers and getting to know them more, and I'm just really enjoying that, as well as like the friendship dynamics, the world, the kind of action that's in here, and just everything is just so much fun. So this is also set in the Victorian era, I believe, and we're essentially following Tessa, and she's kind of like thrown into this world of like demons and mechanical like monsters and conspiracy and mystery, and she ends up at the institute and she meets Will and Jem, and yeah, she's kind of at the heart of the plot of this book, and there's just so many things we're learning, and I'm just having such a fun time, honestly. So I'm 248 pages into this manga, so we're about a quarter of the way through. I feel like I can definitely read this weekend because I was flying through this during my last read of it. So I did binge those 200 odd pages in one sitting. I did start this book in the Spend a Cozy Autumn Afternoon with Me vlog, as well as Tales of a Monstrous Heart. So you can go and watch that video if you're interested. Obviously I didn't end up reading any more of it in that vlog, so I feel like I could definitely like read this weekend. Like I'm actually so excited to pick this back up again. I'm just having so much fun, and I'm so tempted just to pick up the book now. Like I really want to so bad, and I might do. If I finish this and I'm like, no, I need more, then I might just read the book. So we shall see, but I definitely do want to finish this weekend. And then besides continuing those reads, I have these. So my audiobook of choice for this weekend I think is going to be Suburban Hell, and this is by Maureen Kilmer. Now I don't really know too much about this one. I bought this about a year ago. I can't remember where I first saw it, but essentially it's like a thriller horror-ish kind of story. It basically I think follows like a group of neighbors in this like cul-de-sac in Chicago, and I think this like group of women basically gets together and has like wine and stuff like every so often, and then one night something just feels a little off, and somehow one of the home renovations kind of releases like this demonic spirit, and it's kind of like wreaking havoc. So I guess they're kind of like coming together try and like stop it, but it just sounds like it's going to be like so fun and just a bit different to anything I've read before. Plus this is just like perfect for like a kind of spooky thriller vibe, and it's quite short, so I'm gonna listen to this on audio, and I'm very excited because I'm planning to do some like crafty things this weekend, so this will be my audiobook of choice, and hopefully I can finish this. Then next we have two books that I might start, because I do also want to start another book even though I'm in the middle of so many. I'm just in the mood to start something else. I don't know what's wrong with me, but these are my potential like contenders. So we have Magic, Dark and Strange by Kelly Powell, and we also have The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein. I've had both of these on my shelf for about a year or two. I think these were both on my Vampathon TBR last year, and I just didn't get around to reading either of them, and they're quite short, and I'm definitely enjoying shorter reads at the moment. So I honestly can't remember what either of these are about. I am kind of planning to just go into them and just have a fun time. I'm leaning towards this one. I don't know why, but it's just really intriguing me. I love this cover as well. Like, it's so pretty. But it basically says here we follow Catherine Daly, and she works for a printer in the daytime, but by night she awakens the dead for a few precious moments for loved ones seeking a final goodbye. But the catch is, every time she brings like a ghost back from the dead, she loses an hour of her life essentially. And basically she's given this task to get this like timepiece from a grave, and she enlists the help of a watchmaker's son. And then when they go to like this grave, they find the body of this teenage boy, and he suddenly comes back to life. So yeah, this sounds like it's going to be so much fun. I don't want to read further on than that in the synopsis because it is such a short book. I just kind of want to go into this and like have no kind of clue as to what direction the story is going in. So I'm very excited for this. I think it just sounds really interesting, and I just love the magic, like the fact she can bring like ghosts back. I just really like that. I like books with ghosts, and I just have a feeling like I'm gonna love this. So yeah, it is really short. It's like 200-ish pages. It is under 200 pages, so I feel like this is a great weekend readathon option, and I probably am leaning more towards this one out of the two. And then the last picks for this very big and ambitious TBR are some graphic novels, because it wouldn't be a weekend readathon without a graphic novel. So this one will be a reread for me. I read this a couple years ago, which is the Tea Dragon Society. This isn't really spooky, but just something about it screams autumn to me. It's just really cozy and cute and wholesome. So I'm going to reread this one because I want to read volumes 2 and 3. And yes, I know it's so annoying. Like, look at the size difference. I need to get this in hardback. But yeah, this is volume 2 and 3, and I've had them on my shelf for ages and just not gotten to them. So I figured this weekend will be the perfect time to do that. So I do plan to read both of these. This one definitely screams autumn, and I just feel like these will be so fun to break up my weekend because there is so much that I want to read, and all of it is very fantasy vibes, so I need something to kind of like break up a bit. But those are my reading plans for the weekend, and then I'm planning to set up a new reading journal because it's something I really want to get back into again. I have definitely been revisiting old hobbies recently, which is really fun. And one of those was journaling. I used to do a lot of journaling during like 2020, 2021, and I just kind of gave up with it. But I have been out to the shops today and bought some supplies for some autumnal spreads, which I'm really excited about. And then I also want to do another puzzle. I recently did this Frankenstein puzzle in my like spend the autumn afternoon video with me, and I had so much fun doing that puzzle and just listening to my audiobook. Like, it was so relaxing and I just loved it. So I did order the same puzzle but the Jane Eyre one, and I thought that'd be really fitting because the Monstrous Tales book is inspired by Jane Eyre, so I feel like there's kind of a connection, and I just want to do another puzzle. So I did order that off Waterstones, and hopefully it will be here this weekend. So if it is, we shall do that puzzle or a different one. Want to do some baking. I want to watch a spooky movie or a spooky show. And then I do have some other like craftsy bits that I've bought. So we are just going to have a really fun weekend of like cozy hobbies, some autumnal walks and spooky reads. And it should hopefully be a nice fun weekend. So those are my plans. As for the Amazon parcel, I did open it briefly and I saw a book and I was like, I am not expecting a book, what is this? So let's open it together. Okay, so I have 2 things here. Oh my god, I just I'm so excited about this. This is so perfect for this weekend. Oh my god, okay. Oh, Catherine! So Catherine is one of my patrons and I adore Catherine so much, and I am so grateful for Catherine. She has been around on my YouTube channel and Patreon for so long and I just appreciate her so much. But she has very kindly sent me 2 things from my wish list, and she sent me a lovely little note because I have not been doing very well recently, and she just said she wanted to get something to show my love and support and to brighten your day. Take care, lots of love from Catherine. You certainly have brightened my day and I just appreciate this so much. This is so kind. So one of the things she got me is this spooky cute colouring book. I have been seeing these all over my like BookTok and Bookstagram, like this specific style, and I love colouring. I used to do that a lot as well, and that was also something I stopped doing. I still have a lot of colouring books, so I need to start doing those as well. But I had to add this one to my wish list because it is spooky and cute, which are 2 of my favourite things. Like, I cannot wait to colour this. It's so adorable. Oh my god, there's mushies and just, oh, it's so cute. Like, look at this pumpkin. It is just so cute. I love it so much. So yeah, this is just a really cute little spooky colouring book. So if I can find some half decent pens this weekend, I will definitely be doing this while we listen to my audiobook. And then she very kindly also got me the new Jen DeLuca, which is Haunted Ever After. So I think I saw this on Liv's channel or on her Instagram. I will link her down below, but I'm pretty sure that's where I saw it. Or maybe it was Abby on Bookstagram. She does also have a booktube channel, so I'll link that down below. I don't know if it was her who mentioned it, but I'll link her channel anyway because I really love her YouTube videos and I wish she would post more. But yeah, anyway, I will link Abby's channel down below as well. But I saw this somewhere anyway and this just sounded amazing and I'm obsessed with the cover. It is so stunning. So it says here, Cassie Rutherford needs a fresh start, so she says goodbye to Orlando and hello to Boneyard Key. And essentially we're following Cassie. She moves to this new small kind of spooky town and something just isn't right with her house. Like, none of her things charge, the fridge magnets are moving around on their own, and there's definitely like something kind of sinister going on. And then we also have a grumpy coffee shop owner named Nick. Cassie and Nick kind of team up to try and find like the previous owners to figure out like what this paranormal thing is. And along the way, I think a romance ensues. So that is kind of all I know about this book. It has like a paranormal vibe and a romance, a grumpy coffee shop owner and a spooky town. So this just sounds incredibly perfect. I'm so excited to read this. So thank you so much, Catherine, for these wonderful gifts. I am so grateful and I'm so excited about both of these. But that is it for my very long intro, my TBR and my plans. I am now gonna head to my parents', I think, and I want to go for an autumnal walk, and I also really want to go and grab a coffee. I still have not had a pumpkin spice latte and we are over 10 days into September. I don't know what is wrong with me. This is how you know things have gotten bad, because the fact I have not had a pumpkin spice latte yet tells you everything. I need to go and get one. So I think I might do that, and I'm also going to print off some of like the book covers and stuff I need for my autumnal spreads in my reading journal. So that is the plan. Once we get back, we will get cozy and read. But yes, I hope you guys didn't mind this super long update, and let's have a cozy and spooky weekend of reading together. Bye. Okay, so we have a slight change of plan already. I am not going to go to my parents or for a walk this evening, like I said, because I realised like the time I end up going there and coming back, it will be dark, and quite honestly I just can't be bothered. So I don't know when I'm going to go for a walk. I do want to go for a really nice autumnal early morning walk tomorrow, but I have a delivery coming and it doesn't say what time, it just says anytime up until 10 p.m. I'm hoping they'll give me a specific time frame, because it's a parcel I have to sign for and it's not something that like can be left on a porch, so I need to make sure I'm home tomorrow for that. So probably not going to go for a walk tomorrow unless it gets delivered early. So I'm likely going to have to put my autumn walk on pause until Sunday. But we shall see. But I still want to go and print off the stuff I need for my journal. So we shall see. But I did just want to let you guys know that I have decided to stay in this evening, and I think my plans are to make my favourite spicy noodles, to watch a spooky movie, and then I think I'm either going to start reading Magic, Dark and Strange, read more of Twilight, or just dive back in to this. And I'm probably leaning towards this because I am just enjoying it so much. Like, I just want to read more Will and Tessa, to be honest, and I just love the vibes of this world. So yeah, I don't know exactly what I'm going to read, but I think I'm going to go and get in some comfy clothes, make my noodles, get cozy on the couch, watch a movie, and then do some reading. And that just sounds like the perfect start to my weekend. I am so excited. I haven't watched any spooky movies yet, and we need to change that immediately. What movie am I going to watch? Not too sure. Honestly, one of my favourite spooky movies to watch is Van Helsing. I can't remember which one it is, but I love Van Helsing and I love Dracula Untold. Like, they are two of my favourite like gothic vampiric like kind of movies to watch this time of year. So I might watch them, or I might go for a cozy. Like, I'm tempted to go for When Harry Met Sally, I think it's called, because I've never watched that and everyone says it's like the perfect autumn movie, but I'm more in the mood for spooky vibes. Like, it is Friday the 13th, and you might be thinking, well, shouldn't you watch Friday the 13th? Honestly, I'm not a big fan of that franchise, which, yeah, I'm just not. Like, I'm not a big fan of it. It's okay, but yeah, I'm kind of more in the mood for like vampire vibes. So I think either Van Helsing or Dracula Untold or something along those lines, or maybe Haunted Mansion, the Eddie Murphy movie that I've been saying every single vlog I'm gonna watch and I still haven't. So we shall see. But yeah, I will probably check in with you guys later this evening when I've done some reading, but I did just want to quickly let you guys know that I have changed my plans and I'm excited about them. Right guys, so it is Saturday morning and I don't really have any reading updates for you, which isn't great. Like, it's not a great start to this weekend readathon, but it's fine. We still have a whole weekend ahead of us and this vlog might roll through to Monday. We'll see what the vibes are. The only reading update I do have is that I very briefly started this book, which is Magic, Dark and Strange by Kelly Powell. And when I say I started, I mean I read up to chapter 4, which is page 18. So I read 18 pages, which is better than nothing, but obviously not a lot. So I am planning to read a lot of this today and then definitely making progress on this today. But yeah, basically last night I made dinner and then I watched Dracula Untold and then I fell asleep. And then I got woken up at about 4 AM by drunk people outside fighting in the street. Like, quite literally fighting. And then the taxi driver started fighting with them and then the police showed up. So I am very tired today. So that was not fun. But I am tired, but hoping to like push through. And then I think I'm gonna start the audiobook for Suburban Health Diet as well. I think I'm gonna try this like Pinterest recipe for these like vanilla cookies. So I have some like fun little cookie cutters that are like ghost shaped and stuff like that. And I did buy some icing last weekend. So I think I'm gonna do that and listen to my audiobook, and then later in the afternoon I'm going to sit down and read. I might also pop to my parents this afternoon and go for that autumn walk that I'm dying to go on because it's dry today and I am just in the mood to get outside and get some like of that crisp autumn air into my lungs. So hopefully we can do that and also print all the journal stuff I need. And then I did buy a lot of stuff yesterday for my journal, so I'll do like a little haul of that as well and show you guys what I got. But those are the main plans. I'm sorry that I don't have much to update you guys on yet. But yeah, we're just having like a nice cozy chill vlog, so it's all good. But I will probably come back to you guys maybe later this afternoon when I do have an update. But for now, I'm going to go and find the cookie cutters and get ready to start doing some baking. guys, so I'm here with a reading update. So I baked some cookies. They taste okay, but they certainly don't look okay. I think I put too much baking powder and like they expanded so big that like they didn't even resemble the shapes that they were. The bats sort of look okay, but everything else not so much, but they're edible, so at least it's that. So yeah, I did some baking, I cleaned up, and then I just kind of sat and listened to this audiobook for a while, and I am really enjoying this book, like so much more than I thought I was going to. Essentially we're following like this group of women who live in this suburban neighborhood in Chicago, I think, and they kind of became friends because they started like having like a little drink together. One of them is building some kind of like shed or something for them like all to go in, and that like be their spot and like their own space. And then one night they all get together and they're having a drink and they clink glasses and then swill some of like the alcohol on the floor, and like they all have these weird like matching bracelets in a way of like commemorating and christening like the area where this new like little place is going to be built for them to have like their little meetings. And then this is weird chill near, and they all get like a weird vibe but think nothing of it. And then the next day when the construction people are there digging up like the ground to do the foundations, there's this like weird smell and this weird hole. And then suddenly one of their friends starts acting very odd, very strange, and essentially attacks like the person whose perspective this book is told from, and it leads her to believe like she's possessed by like some kind of demonic force essentially. And her and the other two women are basically trying to like investigate it and figure out what is going on with their friend, what on earth is happening in their little neighborhood, and like how they can kind of fix things. And it's just really like funny and like fun. Like I'm just having such a good time with this. I just love the vibes, and I don't know, just something about it is so enjoyable. And our main character also has a pug, and this pug is obsessed with finding her tampons and ripping them up, and I just love that because I also have two pugs who live with my parents, and I just love when pugs are mentioned in books, and her pug is called Rocky. It just sounds so funny, and I just love that small little aspect. But overall I'm just really enjoying like the friendship dynamics and like just the overall vibes and like the kind of humour that's in here, as well as like this kind of paranormal like mystery going on. And it's just like such a fun time. Like I know I've said that a lot, but it is, and I'm loving it. And I also really like the religious undertones in here, and like the commentary on religion and like hell and things like that, and like demons and stuff. It's really interesting that that's going on in the background, and I do really like that. So I'm having such a good time with this book. I'm 118 pages in, which is like a third of the way through, I would say. I think I only have like 2.5 hours of the audiobook left, so I have 2 hours 18 minutes left on audio, but I do listen to my audiobooks on quite a fast speed because I am like a very fast speaker, and my mum is Scottish and she speaks very quickly. I don't know if that is a Scottish thing. Like all my Scottish relatives do speak fast, so I don't know if that is like a Scottish thing or not, but my mum speaks exceptionally quick. So I think like because I have been used to that and I also talk fast, I'm able to listen to audiobooks really fast. And if they're not on at least 2 times speed, like it sounds like they're talking in slow-mo to me. So I'm currently listening to this on 2.4, but I'm probably going to up it because like I feel like I could do with it being like a faster speed because it's fine at the moment. And I'm like, well, we may as well kick it up a notch. So yeah, I'm definitely planning to read more of this. This is the only reading I've done so far, but I'm just so happy I picked this up. Like this is such a fun surprise, like how much I love this. And I think I'm gonna end up giving this like 4 stars because it is just so good. So I would highly recommend this if you are looking for like a really fun, spooky, paranormal, like mystery, demon vibe of a book. This is definitely the one. But I've just made myself a cup of tea, and I think I do just want to sit and like go on Bookstagram for a little bit because I haven't like been on it that much recently. I've been taking a bit of a socials break, so I think I might have a little snoop on there, and then I just have like a few things I want to potter about and do. So I'll carry on listening to my audiobook while I do that, and then I am going to go to my parents because my delivery finally arrived, so I think I'll go there soon, go for a walk and print all of my journal things off that I need. And then once I've done that, I'll give you guys that haul I was telling you about because I got some really cute stuff. And I got some Halloween decorations as well. I did decorate for Halloween in my library already. I did that in my spend like a cozy autumn afternoon vlog thing with me, which I will link up here and down below if you haven't already seen that. But I do have some other things that I think I'm going to put up. I'm so happy that I picked up this book. Like, I'm just having such a good time with it. So no physical reading has really been done today. I did read a few pages like following along with the audiobook, but other than that, we haven't actually done any physical reading today. So we will be doing some of that very, very soon, but I'm just having a nice time, just baking, relaxing, and yeah, it's been fun so far. So I will check in with you guys a little bit later, but I did just want to give you like my initial thoughts on Suburban Hell because it is just so good. I'm going to stop saying that now, but please go read this book. Like, I'm hoping it doesn't let me down because I am only a third of the way through, but I don't think it will. I feel like this is just going to continue to be a really good read. So anyway, I will check in with you guys a little bit later. Hi guys, so it is much later and I did go to my parents' house, and as you guys would have seen, I went for a lovely autumnal walk and it was just so nice. The air was crisp, the temperature was perfect, golden hour was like happening, so the trees looked like they were glowing, the leaves were turning orange, and my heart is just very happy. I love autumnal walks, like they just make me feel so refreshed. And then I did pop in to my parents. I printed all the stuff I need to do my reading journal, and then my mum made me some homemade soup, so I'm so happy because I brought a big massive pan of it home with me to have for like lunch or dinner tomorrow, so I'm very excited about that. But as promised, I'm going to show you guys my haul of journal supplies and like some Halloween decor, autumn decor that I also got. So the first thing I have, oh actually I do have something to show you. So this was a purchase I did on Vinted, and I've been like making a point recently of buying secondhand, and like I've been getting a lot of autumn pieces through Vinted, and I've gotten some like really nice clothing items that I'm just obsessed with. But as you guys know, I started reading Twilight recently. I've always been a big fan of the movies. I just recently started reading the book. Hopefully going to read some more during this vlog. I am fully in my Twilight era at the moment, and I saw this on Vinted and I just had to get it. I just wanted the tin. Like, I'm obsessed with the design. Even if this wasn't Twilight, I still would have bought it because I just love it so much. But it's this like Twilight Saga metal tin, but it's like a journal set, so I'm tempted to use this as my reading journal. So you get 4 journals and each one is like the book cover. So yeah, there's all these different journals, which is really, really cute. And then this is like the spines on them. And inside, they're just like plain, but they have like, I don't know if you can really tell, but some bits have like quotes on, like this. And then others are like forks and stuff. I don't know, I just thought they were cute, but I really wanted the tin. So I might use these, I might not, but I just really thought this was so cute, and it wasn't that expensive, so I did decide to pick this up on Vinted. But it's in the bag because I collected this from like the drop-off point whilst I was shopping. So yeah, anyway, so I got some bleeding candles. These are from the pound store, and these are what they look like. So I get these every single Halloween. I love these. I have one left over from last year, and I'm not gonna lie, these do drip everywhere and they do get everywhere, but I love them because they're so like vampy and I just love them. So yeah, I will be using these in my candle holders around the house, and they're literally just candles that like drip red wax essentially, but the actual like tapered candle is black. So yeah, I got 2 packs of those because I know I'll need them. Then I also got this pumpkin melt. So this is like a hot chocolate bomb, and when you melt this in the milk it like explodes with marshmallows. So I just thought it was really cute. We will use this at some point this weekend because I do love hot chocolate, and I have some like cream and marshmallows downstairs I can use. Then I also got these little bats. So these are like just ones like you can stick on the wall. Now I prefer like the shiny ones. These are the matte ones. I'm not gonna lie, I did put these on my living room wall last year and they marked my wall, but I don't care. I will do anything for Halloween. So I got some more of those because I did need to get some. Then I got this autumn garland because you can never have too many autumn garlands. And then I went to TK Maxx and I got this. I've been looking for a cross stitch to do. I used to do cross stitching a lot when I was a kid. Like when I was about, I don't know, like 5 to 7 years old. Like I grew up around my nan and my great nan knitting and sewing and stuff like that. And I used to knit and crochet. I used to do cross stitch a lot. But I've forgotten how to do all of them, and I feel like cross stitch is probably the easiest. And I wanted an autumnal one to do, and I came across this one. It's a pumpkin spice one, and this was only $1.99. Has a little mug with the autumn leaves, so I thought this would be like a really fun little activity to do while I listen to an audiobook. I think that's it for all like the decor-y stuff. I think the rest now is the stationery stuff. Oh, the last thing I got is I got these little wooden pegs from the works and these string lights. So the reason that I got both of these is because on my bookshelves when I lived with my parents, I had these string lights with little pegs on, and I hung Polaroid pictures on them on my bookshelves, and I love them. And I was thinking of doing that again, but instead of Polaroids I want to use tarot cards. So I have Nightmare Before Christmas tarot cards, and I have tarot cards designed by Abigail Larson, who's like a really good gothic like artist. I absolutely love her art. And I thought it would be really cute to have a row of these on my bookshelves and hang some of those tarot cards across. So that is the plan. We're going to make our own because I used to buy these already made and they were like £3, and I looked online and they're like £15 to buy, which is insane. And I'm going to make my own, so I'm excited to do that, and we'll probably do that in this vlog. Oh, and then another thing before we get onto stationery, I do have two other things. So I got this mini jack-o'-lantern that lights up, which is adorable. I have this in the bigger size, but it lights up rainbow, so I'm hoping this one doesn't. But I just could not get this because it's small and I love small things. And then I also got this from the works. So this is a paint your own spooky sun catchers. So it comes with like a ghost, a bat and a pumpkin, and you get the paint. And I just thought this was so cute, so I definitely want to do this. And then for my journal I picked up one of these, just like a cheap one, but I need to get like a really good one. I got this autumn leaf stamp set. I got some gold foil stickers with like autumn leaves and pumpkins. I don't know if you'll be able to see them very well, but they're really cute. I got this little sticker pack of different autumn stuff, and then I got two of these design pads. So these have like different autumnal like things in, and I thought these could be cute to use like in the background of my spreads and stuff. So two different ones of that. I got these photo corners. Now I have no idea what these are. I didn't actually realise I bought these. Maybe these, I don't know. I have no idea what these are. I didn't mean to buy these. I actually bought these on accident. So no idea what they are, but we have photo corners. And then we have some ribbon. So I don't know if I'll put these in my journal, but they were just so cute. So they are like ghosts and pumpkin ribbon. And I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll tie these around candles. But they were only £1 each, and I could not, like, look how cute they are. So we did get those. And then the last thing I got is these packs of felt. So you get like black and white felt, because I want to make my own garlands of like bats and ghosts. So I'm going to do that at some point. I think I'm going to work on that with my nan, because she has a lot of like craft supplies, and she's got like things like I can use to do that. So that's a little project I do want to work on at some point. But that is my little like craftsy haul and stuff I want to use in my journal. I do already have some like washi tapes and stuff, so hopefully I have enough of everything. But I printed out all the book covers that I need, some photos, because I want to make like a readathon spread and stuff as well for this readathon, and like a couple of the other ones I've done recently. So that's my plan. But my food has just arrived, so I am gonna go enjoy my takeout, and then I'm gonna sit down and read some more of my book. But I really just want to listen to this audiobook because I'm enjoying it so much. And now I'm chapter 2, so I'm just a little bit over halfway. I'm on page like 180 something, and it is just so good. Like, it is just so good. I just love it so much. Like, I don't really have any more thoughts. Like, really, it's just a fun time. I love the spooky vibes. I'm loving the demonic possession. Like, it's just so entertaining, and the way this is told makes it like, it's still a bit creepy and scary, but it's making it a little bit more lighthearted, and I don't know, like I just feel like I'm really in it with the main character. So I'm really enjoying this book so much, and I really just want to listen to more of it. So I still have like I think just under 2 hours left of this. But yeah, anyway, that is my update. I will check in with you guys a bit later. I'm gonna eat some food. Okay, hi, so it is now Sunday and I do have a couple of small reading updates for you guys. So I didn't really end up filming anything last night or doing like a lot of reading, because after I last updated you guys I had dinner and then I did a bit of reading, but I was just so tired. So yeah, I did read more of Magic, Dark and Strange by Kelly Powell. So I'm about halfway through this. I'm on page 82, so I think this is like 200 pages exactly, so I'm almost halfway. I'm on chapter 14, so I did read quite a bit last night before I went to bed, and I'm definitely enjoying this. It is a really kind of sort of atmospheric book. Like there's a lot of it is set at this like really creepy graveyard, and we do have like ghosts in here. It's Victorian-esque. They carry like these little lanterns around when they go to the graveyard, and it does have kind of like a gothic feel, but I don't feel like the setting or the atmosphere has been set up enough. And it is such a short story, but I feel like the author really could have like made this so much more atmospheric and like vividly depict the setting a lot more than they are, because I just feel like they're really missing so much. Like this could be so good. Like don't get me wrong, there really are some nice descriptions in here of the setting, but I just feel like we could have had like more that would really make this very gothic and just very immersive. So I am kind of sad that it's kind of missing that, but it's still really good. We've got cobbled streets, mist and crescent moons and all sorts, so I do really like that. Our main character is really interesting, but I just feel like we kind of got told at the very beginning like this is her ability, she can do this, but we never really got the magic in this world explained. Like we're halfway through now and I still don't really know like what magics exist in this world and kind of like what the laws are. Like I still don't really know that, so I don't really feel like the magic has been kind of explained enough in here either, and it's not really like, it's easy to follow, but I just don't really know like what the parameters of magic are in this world. And yeah, so that is kind of another thing that I had to like critique, and we just don't really know too much about our main character. Like all we know is that she left her family behind to come and work in this print shop thing. She does like obituaries and stuff, and then her boss also sends her on these like tasks at night to like go and basically raise people from the dead so that they can have like an hour with their loved ones to like say goodbye and stuff. And then obviously they don't like come back to life, they're just kind of back as a ghost for like an hour, but that costs her an hour of her life. So that's essentially like what her magic is, and her boss basically tasks her with finding this timepiece off of this corpse. So she digs up this grave with this guy called Nolan, who is a watchmaker as well, and she asks him to come along because he can study the timepiece and stuff. And when they dig up this grave and they open the casket, they don't find the timepiece, but then suddenly something happens and this dried out corpse that's like 20 years old comes back to life as this young teenage boy, and she doesn't think it's her magic that's done it, but the timepiece is nowhere to be seen. So she comes to the conclusion that it is somewhere in this cemetery and she needs to find it. So she goes back to her boss after bringing this boy to life, doesn't tell him that she brought this boy back to life, or the timepiece did, but she tells him obviously that it wasn't there, she couldn't find it, and he like doesn't believe her, he thinks she's like stolen it and stuff, and he basically like kicks her out of like her job. And she also lived there, so she's kind of now like homeless with no job, and she's trying to find this timepiece and also figure out like who this boy was that they've woken up, like try and help him get his memories back so he can maybe locate it and what his connection is to it. So that's kind of like all we have gotten so far. I am really enjoying it. Like it's just a fun like spooky story, like for what it is. Like I am enjoying that. I just wish there was more like of the magic and more explanations and more of an atmosphere created with the writing. But other than that, like it's still a really good book. Like I'm still really enjoying it. It's a really fun time, and I like the mix of characters we've got in here and the dynamic, and it's just a really easy read. So I do definitely want to finish reading this book today, and then I also want to finish my audiobook for Suburban Hell. I am on chapter 22. I don't know if I was on that when I last updated you guys. I think I was, but I don't have too much to listen to, so I think it's like 2 hours left of the audiobook, so I feel like I could finish this today. So I definitely do want to finish both of those, and then I want to like make a massive chunk of progress on this because I haven't read any of this weekend so far, and I would love it if I could finish like all 3 of these in this vlog. So those are like my main priorities. If I manage to finish these 2 and read a good chunk of this, if I make good progress with these, I'll then move on to Tales from Monstrous Heart or Twilight and read some of that. But those are like my main reading plans. Today, me and Jamie are going to Llangollen, which is in like North Wales. It's like a little town there. So we're going to go there for the day. So I won't be doing like a lot of reading or anything, but there is like a bookshop there. So hopefully we can go to the bookshop and I can get you guys some nice b-roll of that. But yeah, I'm probably going to listen to my audiobook in the car on the way there. And then I'll probably bring these with me in case I can read a little bit in the car. But sometimes I struggle to read in the car. I know, it makes me a bit nauseous sometimes, so we'll see. But those are my reading updates. Those are my plans for the day. I'm also planning to do my reading journal at some point. And this vlog will be continued on until Monday, I think. But those are all of the things I want to tell you guys. And I am going to go and get ready to leave. And I will catch up with you guys when I get back home later this evening. So yeah, bye. So I am back home. We had a look around the secondhand bookstore, and I did also get this cute little like lamp from a vintage store, but I need a bulb for it, so I'll show it like probably in another video. And then I did get this from a charity shop, which is just this little jack-o'-lantern tea light thing. So I thought that was really, really cute. But I don't have a lot of reading updates, sadly, and her reading hasn't really been done today either. I did read a little bit whilst we were out, so I think I read around 30-ish pages, so I'm now on page 110. So I am over halfway now, and I have under 100 pages left of this book. So I am planning to try and finish reading this tonight, and then I'm going to finish up the audiobook tomorrow and read a lot of the manga and hopefully another book, because I am going to continue this vlog through until tomorrow because I just kind of feel like it. So yes, that is the plan. I don't really have any more thoughts on this book. I kind of just feel exactly how I did last time. There's been a few reveals, but nothing really that has made me super like intrigued or shocked or anything. I still don't really know where the book's going and how everything's going to conclude, but it's just like a fun time. Like, I'm just appreciating it as a short story, even though it is like a novel. Like, it's a short one, it's only 200 pages long, so I'm kind of just appreciating it for it being a short story. And when I read it knowing that it's a short story, like, I'm enjoying it. Like, I'm not reading it as if it's like a normal fantasy book, even though I think it is. I don't think it's intended to be a short story, if that makes sense, but I'm just like reading it as one and I'm enjoying it. I just like the spooky vibes that it's giving me. But yeah, that is kind of my only update I have for this book. So definitely going to be finishing this tomorrow, as well as the manga, hopefully. And then we are going to set up my reading journal tomorrow, which I'm super, super excited about. I think I do kind of want to get like an early night tonight. So I think I'm going to go make a nice like sleepy tea and then sit and read some more of this. Hopefully I can finish it tonight. It's only 9:15, so I mean, it's not too late, but I do want to kind of get into bed quite early this evening and just get a really good night's sleep, because I want to get up early tomorrow. But yeah, I probably won't check in with you guys until tomorrow now, because like I said, I'm getting tired and I kind of just want to like relax and go to bed. But I am looking forward to tomorrow. I'm looking forward to finishing up some books tomorrow and to sorting out my reading journal, because I'm just excited to be like crafty and do that again. I also do have a stack of book mail that I was saving for a video, but I just don't want to wait anymore, so I think we might open that tomorrow as well, which is exciting. I think my Jane Eyre puzzle is one of the parcels that's arrived. But yes, that's everything I kind of wanted to update you guys on, and I will speak to you tomorrow. I'm here to wrap up this vlog super quickly. I actually finished filming this vlog like a couple of weeks ago now, and I've just been finishing up the edits and realised there was no outro. So I thought I would quickly give you guys a quick wrap up. So I did finish 3 books during this vlog. I think I did read a little bit of other books as well, but these are the 3 that I did finish. So I started and finished Suburban Hell, and this is by Maureen Kilmer, and oh my god guys, you need to put this on your spooky TBRs or just on your general TBRs. This is the perfect like satirical, funny but scary thriller. Like, it is just so good. I love this. I listened to it on audio, and I would recommend the audiobook. It was just so immersive and just so fun. This is just like a really funny and fun book, and I feel like maybe if you're like a mother, you'd probably like this even more, because I feel like there's probably some bits you could really relate to. But I loved it. It was so funny, and it's also just a really nice book about women coming together in their friendships to like save each other, and I just love that. And it was just such a good time. Like, I'm so pleasantly surprised by this book. I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did. And I read a good chunk of this like in one day because I just couldn't put it down. Like, it was just so good. It was so entertaining. And the whole like demonic entity in here is actually kind of scary, but it also feels kind of realistic. Like, this could really be happening. And I felt like I was kind of watching like a bit of a sitcom / horror like whilst I was reading this. Like, it was just so fun, so entertaining. Would highly recommend it. So I gave this one 4 stars. Then I did finish the big manga trilogy of the Infernal Devices. So this was like 700 pages long. I think I read like 500 pages of it in this vlog, and I gave this 5 stars. This was so fun. I have never read the actual complete trilogy as a book before. I did start the first book, but I hadn't finished it, and I was certainly enjoying it. I just kind of didn't end up finishing it for whatever reason. But this was so good. I love this so much. I'm not a huge fan of the ending, I will say. I don't like the ending, so it is more of a 4.5 rounded up to a 5. I love triangles. I don't know. I'm kind of like on the fence. It depends, but I don't like this kind of love triangle with the way it happens at the end. If you know what I'm talking about, you know. Like, I understand for a lot of people it's probably quite satisfying, but for me I didn't like that. So yeah, like, that is my only thing I didn't like about it. But I just love the Victorian like setting. I loved the characters and the dynamics between the characters, the romance, the mystery, and like the thrilling aspect of like this whole thing that's happening with these clockwork like things. Like, it was just so good. I really enjoyed it, and the manga format was just so good. Like, it was just such a fun time. I would definitely recommend the manga. But I really enjoyed this, and it's definitely made me want to read the Infernal Devices even more. And then lastly, we have Magic, Dark and Strange by Kelly Powell. This one I am giving a 3.5 stars. I did enjoy this. It was very fun and just an easy, entertaining read, but it just left a lot to be desired. I felt like the author could have done so much more with the setting. Like, don't get me wrong, there were some really nice descriptions of like this eerie graveyard and these cobbled streets and these like gas oil lamp things, but I felt like there could have been more. Like, there could have been more of an atmosphere built up, more creepiness, more gothic, and just like a lot more done with that. And I did like the characters, but I feel like we could have done with them being a bit more fleshed out. However, I do understand that this is a super short book. It's like 200 pages long, so there's a lot obviously the author wanted to fit in within such a short like page count, but it just left me wanting more. And I just feel like more could have been done with the characters, with the magic. Like, we never really fully got explained like what the parameters of magic are in this world and like how it works. But I also did like the magics that exist in here, and overall it was just a really fun time. I loved the found family trope that was in here, the friendships, and I did like the creepiness of the book. And there's like a murder mystery in here, so that was entertaining, but again, more could have been done with it. So yeah, it was a fun read. I would recommend it if you're looking for a quick, fun, spooky read, but don't expect anything like groundbreaking. But it was still a fun time. I did still really enjoy it, and yeah, 3.5 stars. I feel like it's a really fair rating, so I'm glad that I finally did read this because it's been on my shelf for a while. So that's all the books I did read during this vlog. I didn't get to the graphic novel sadly, and I didn't finish like Twilight or any of the other books I mentioned, but I still had a lovely time during this vlog, just enjoying like autumn and all things cozy, doing some baking and just all of that stuff. It was a really fun weekend, so I hope you guys did enjoy this vlog. Let me know down below what your favourite reads of spooky season / autumn have been so far. I would love to talk to you guys in the comments, and if you have read any of these books, please do let me know your thoughts down below. But if you did make it to this point of the video, leave a spooky emoji, and don't forget to check out the description box down below if you would like any extra exclusive content from me. That's where you'll find a link to my Patreon. You can find exclusive videos, you can find early access to videos such as this this one. Reading sprints, a monthly readathon that we did like this one. There's sometimes more than one. You can also find a bi-monthly book club and a Discord server and lots of other things. So if you were interested in that, you can head to the link down below. There'll also be a link to my Etsy store where you can find some Vampathon bookmarks as well as a link to the Vampathon merch. But that is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're all safe and well. I hope you're reading lots of good books, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!